Well, after that day, you told me that I needed a shirt, right?
Yeah.
I was really homeless then.
Really?
You didn't know that
I
part of the
didn't
story.
know.
Well, I
No.
didn't go around like, hey man, I'm homeless. So I was technically homeless. I was staying in a vacant apartment, me and my old lady and my two kids. And
Right.
when I told you that I was doing bad, you was like, man, you need a T-shirt. And and I left the show. I was a little hot. I was like, damn, that motherfucker told me I need a T-shirt, and I'm fucked up. But he know I handle money. He know I'm a thinker. Why he didn't help me? And so I'm walking down the street downtown, and this kid come up to me, and he was like, hey, Rick, I heard you on Joe Rogan the other day. And I was like, yeah? He was like, yeah, and I got a T-shirt idea for you. I said, oh, shit, another one of those motherfuckers.
So you you left the interview slash podcast. You was a little hot at him because you felt like he should have helped you and you was homeless. I'm not understanding the premise behind that. Um, why is he obligated to help you? And you said I handle money. You had just got out of prison. You did 20 plus years. You used to handle money in the mid to late 80s. You was making between $1 and $3 million. You was making between $1 and $3 million a month, according to you. Why am I obligated to help you? Because you made bad decisions and then you have to come back out after you rehabilitated yourself. You had to get back on your feet. I know it's tough, but I'm not obligated to help you. I made the sacrifices to put myself in this position. But see, that's the problem. People always want help. They always want somebody to bail them out. They always want someone to be able to pull them up. No, pull yourself up. You, if somebody helping you, how are you living in your purpose? How are you then living in your purpose? That's not living in your purpose. You wanted help, but you didn't say anything about any skills you obtained. All you said is, why didn't nobody give me money? They know I can handle money. No, you used to handle money the wrong way. So I'm not incentivized to give you money now. I'm not understanding that. Help. Your help is me letting you put your face on my podcast, on the biggest, most popular podcast in the world right now. That's the help. That's all the help I would need anyway. If you got a plan, to go with the face, that's all you need. Everything else will fall in line. Let your money be an extension of the plan that you willing to, the plan that you have. Let the money be an extension, bro, because it's gonna come. It's gonna come in due time as long as you put the work in. But saying you mad because somebody didn't help you, that's not putting the work in, and it's also not living in your purpose.
And I said, what's your idea? And he said, the real Rick Ross is not a rapper. And I said, corny is a motherfucker. But I kept an open mind, and I said, okay, let's do it. The kid did it. I go to him a couple weeks later, and he give me 100 T-shirts. I sell the whole 100 the same day.
Again, I get it. Somebody's helping you, but without what you saying Joe didn't help you. That's a prime example that he helped you. Somebody came up to you and gave you a T-shirt idea that wasn't your idea because you didn't have a plan. You just want money with no plan. And they gave you an idea of the T-shirt because they heard you on Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan even planted that seed into you that you walked away and you was finna just throw away because you're not looking at the bigger picture. What if you blow through this money? Then you're gonna be looking for help again? Because it's all a risk. It's all a risk. You'll be taking a risk on whatever venture you want to do with that money, whether it's investing it into the stock market, using it for business purposes, using it to get another home because you said you was homeless. It wasn't going to last long anyway. So again, somebody else is helping you. A kid helped you with a t-shirt. I want to know if you even got the IP for the t-shirts. What if you don't even have the IP? You were just winging it out here. Cause you didn't let me know. I don't know that you business centric, that you know how to do business in the proper way, that you have true business etiquette. But we'll get into that later.
Wow.
And then something popped in my head and said, why don't you call Joe? That's when your number was still the same. And I called you. You called me to the show. And you put my T-shirt on. And the T-shirt went crazy. My PayPal. Because, I ain't saw you since then. So I never got to tell you thanks for telling me to do a T-shirt. Even though I was mad at you.
Why were you mad at me?
Because I was like, why the fuck nobody helped me? I was looking for somebody to come and say, hey, man, here's $100,000. See what you can do with it. $1 million. See what you can do with it. That's what I was looking for when I got out of prison. I was like, somebody's going to come and say, man, I know you can handle money. Let's do something. So
listen, it's okay to want help or ask for help. It's okay. But it's a difference in looking for a savior. You was looking for a savior in Joe Rogan. You wanted this man to invest in you, the person, without a plan, just a face. What return check was he going to get on that? Now, I get it. A lot of people need help. And when you help somebody, you're never really looking for a return anyway. I do understand that. I understand helping somebody, helping a friend. I understand helping somebody that's really trying, but they just can't get over that hump. But he said I was mad at you because you didn't give me anything. You created unwarranted anger for another grown man because he didn't give you money? My first encounter with you? I don't even know you like that. I just know your story and your face, but you want somebody to help you because you did 20 years in prison? You made a mistake. You fucked up. Now, everybody do deserve a second chance, but you fucked up. You wasn't living in your purpose. At least you thought that was your purpose, but it was an illegal purpose. So was it really a purpose? Because living in your purpose is also walking on the lines of righteousness as well. People, we gotta stop this shit. Is this shit ingrained in people? You looking for a savior? No, saviors. You gotta save yourself first. If don't nobody else help you, don't nobody else save you, you gotta save yourself and help yourself first before anybody else see it in you. It's almost you gotta see the plan and the vision before anybody else see it. Because nobody's obligated to believe in what you believe in and see it how you see it. That's the difference. It's the difference in helping somebody and being a savior to somebody. You got to be a savior to yourself. Joe wasn't incentivized to do nothing for you. He wasn't incentivized to give a dime to you. He wasn't incentivized to even have you on his platform. That was his help right there. He put the shirt on and it went crazy, but you wasn't looking at the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying? People, we got to stop this, man. We got to. He created unwarranted anger for another man because he didn't help him. He said he was looking for somebody to give him money. That is insane to me. That is insane for me to think. And that's why people with that mindset right there, that's why we got the DEI programs. And that's why a lot of people feel like Black people are in position because they just need it. Put people in position that's deserving of it. Come on, man. We got to stop this, man. This is crazy to me.
I was looking for that. I was not looking for a T-shirt. But, in one of my favorite books, it might come through the back door. Don't look at the front door, look at the back door. So I did that. And when you put that T-shirt on, man, my PayPal went like this here. And I was like, my old lady, she was like, man, that PayPal is going crazy. I was like, that motherfucker broke. I said, go check the bank account. And she went and checked the bank account, man. It's like $18,000, $20,000 in there. And I was like, oh my goodness, we finna get an apartment.
Wow.
So my whole life changed from there. From there,
So doing that podcast changed your life. Take the podcast away, he give you money, then what? Do you still learn the same things you learned before you went on there, before you got into what you got into, the merchandising, the apparel, the sales, because you said you wasn't thinking about a t-shirt? What other doors did that unlock in your mind? See, that's the thing. It's all a risk and a sacrifice anyway. So why not take it of your own volition? Why not take that sacrifice of your own volition? Everything's risky anyway. It's a sacrifice anyway. Make your own sacrifice. Take your own risk versus another man giving you money and he risking it. He's not incentivized to do anything for you. You got to be at the forefront of your own happiness, the forefront of your own purpose. It got to go from external to internal. Once you find that purpose, walking on the lines of righteousness, and it's on the inside and it's you, now you submerge yourself in this, let it become internal. That's why I always tell people, bro, this shit got to go from external to internal. If it's not already in you, allow it to absorb into you. And then you reciprocate that same energy to the ones around you. That's living in your purpose. You get out of prison from doing 20 years. You didn't tell me one skill that you acquired besides learning how to read. I know a little bit about his story. I know he didn't just cover it right there in that clip, but I wanted to highlight a specific point. Why would I do that? As Joe Rogan, you know what I mean? Why am I giving you $100,000 to $1 million? You institutionalized. In my mindset, in the back of my mind, how do I know you about to go squander this money away on more drugs to sell? I don't know if you rehabilitated. I don't know. I don't live with you. You left here mad, so that means you already walking. You walking with emotions already. That's the difference in people thinking emotionally and logically. You walking with emotions already on your shoulders. Come on, man. You got to be able to control an untroubled spirit. Not saying his spirit was troubled, but you have to be able to control an untroubled spirit. You have to find your own happiness. And that is living in your purpose, bro. You have to find that purpose first. What was that Young Thug quote? He said, I already had the plan. I just needed the platform. He didn't have a plan. That's why the platform didn't work. You got to have both. Once you have both, then you can start living out what you really want to do. So that's my thing. But I just wanted to touch on that, highlight that real quick in the interview. Obviously, it's a Joe Rogan podcast on Spotify. The real Rick Ross. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And we working, man. More content is going to be on the way. Peace. I'm out.